Here by Z, as always, hope everyone's doing good, and thank you for your continued support. The thumbs up and the comments, I greatly appreciate them. Still shooting in 720p, trying to keep that 18-minute time limit so we can get this up on multiple platforms, so I'm sorry for the fuzzy vision. Tonight I want to talk about something important, remedy, solutions, and kicking some ass. We got a major problem, and we have to remedy this thing like right now. Real briefly on my background, those of you who know me know that I came from 3 generations of hotelier developers. So I had the privilege of learning how to build homes and hotels, and then moving into management and owning and operating those hotels up until about 15 years ago. I got targeted for what we were doing in our activism. And I got delisted and blacklisted, and you become a targeted individual. Well, those of us who are TIs, you know what they do to you. Long story short, I lost my business, I lost my home, I lost my name, my reputation, thrown in jail one day for like 6 hours, which fucking cooked me. I lost my wife, my marriage, my daughter, and 2 granddaughters, my 5 dogs. I say every sight, sound, and smell was taken from me, and was just basically abandoned. And they can hurt you really bad. So long story short is I went into home remodeling because it was something I could do working off word of mouth, and you have to when you're targeted. Anyway, this discipline of home remodeling that I do by profession, it's been really good for me because a couple things are taking place. One is we go into homes or businesses or buildings where we've got some structural problems. We got slab issues. We'll have a problem. We've got some rotten wood, or whatever the issue is. We have to first of all determine what the cause is. First, what the problem itself is, and then determine what caused it to take place. And a lot of times it can be a bad contractor. It can be bad materials, but in almost all the cases, it comes down to PM, which is preventive maintenance or poor property management, where they didn't keep up on their stuff. They didn't keep it up to, everything repaired. And you allow something as small as a little tiny pinhole in a roof where a hip root meets a gable or something, and water gets in there, an intrusion. And over time, it is an instant, but over time that wood has gotten wet, which brought in the bull ants, and the bull ants brought in the termites. And now you've got termites and bull ants and a big ass mess, and now you got black mold, and you've got some structural problems taking place, and now you got a problem. And so we have to come in and determine what caused it and then provide a remedy for them. In life, we apply that same principle here. So we have a problem. What's the problem? The problem is our divine feminine mother, our creator, is under attack. She is under extreme distress. She is being literally tortured, and it's bad. And we as her children not only are not doing anything to help her, we're actually the ones doing it to her. So we're going to have to determine what's going on here and provide solution and remedy to it. Before we do that, I want to talk about this. I grew up, I was a little, living in the hotels on the beach in Daytona. I was a little blonde-haired surfer kid. And I really late going into puberty, and I was very small, and I didn't get bullied until I was in junior high school. But there was one kid in there, very muscular kid, fucking asshole. He could sense my fear of being small, little guy, and he picked on me pretty bad. So I started lifting weights and went and took martial arts. And for 5 days a week, without fail, the next 35 years, I lifted and took class. Ended up I think I was 298 at my heaviest. I think I'm 280 right now. And I ended up with 5 black belts and a 3rd-degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and got mine under Hoyler Gracie, and was a privilege to be in that camp. Also, take that back, Alexander Cafe Dante down in Brazil in Curitiba, where I got my second from. And anyway, just to clarify that, Hoyler's an awesome guy. Helson's an awesome guy. And I had an opportunity one time to roll with Hickson. And I just want to share this thing with you. You know what jiu-jitsu is. It's grappling. Most of you who come to my channel, a lot of you guys are jiu-jitsu guys. Hickson does something where he'll allow you to start off any position you want. And there's a finishing position in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu called mata-leão. It's Portuguese and it means in English to slay the lion. And it's a rear neck choke. And you can lock it down, but you also throw a body triangle, which is a leg over the belly with a lockdown fulcrum and a paddle. And it's the finishing position. And it's extremely dangerous because you're restricting air into the lungs by pushing the organs in the stomach up to the lungs where you can't get air in. And you've got your jugular and your your carotid artery closed off, so you're not getting blood and oxygen to the brain or any oxygen into the lungs. And it's a deadly position. He'll let you start off in that position, reverse it, and put you in it. It's it's extremely humbling. But anyway, the purpose of me telling you that is, right now they basically have our mother in a finished position. And who is our divine feminine mother but this earth? She became the earth. She's the giver of all life. We come from the earth. All the elements in the human body, we are her. And her life essence is put into us. And her life essence and her physical being is under extreme distress, duress, and she's being tortured. I would say tortured to death, but as an eternal being, we don't die. Having said that, there's something worse than death, and that's being tortured. Again, who's torturing her? We are. And we're going to talk about this and how we're going to provide remedy, because we're all her. We're all part of her. She is us. Who was doing this? I think we know who's doing this. These things that we call archons, led by this entity called the Demiurge or Yaldabaoth, Samael, Sakaloth. He goes by many, many, many names. It's him. And these archons, we know them as today as psychopaths. And let me say this. These gods, so to speak, this Yahweh, Jehovah, El, Baal, Zeus, Apollo, Poseidon, no matter what they all consider themselves, we call them gods. They're not, they're just people. And they put pants on one leg at a time, just like we do. They're not gods. In fact, we were created to be above these entities. And this reversal took place, just like when you're grappling, when you can get in one position and then get reversed back. So right now, we found ourselves in this role, this match that we're in with this evil, where we have rolled into a position where it baited us, and it has us now in a finishing move. You got to learn how to get out of this. To get out of this, you got to learn how to fight. And first of all, most of us don't even know who the fuck we're fighting. So we're going to go through this process in these videos from here on out, where I'm going to identify who this entity is, and more importantly, who the fuck he's not. He's not Satan or the devil, by the way. In fact, Satan just means, as we all know, means the adversary. So I guess you could say, if you want to know who is Satan, I'm Satan, and so are you. Because we're the adversary of this entity that calls himself the creator. So if there's anybody Satan, it's us, because we're his adversary. And this Lucifer nonsense, I don't want to hear any more about this. Lucifer is phosphorus. Phosphorus is Christophosphorus, which is the essence of life and energy that is the divine feminine. So this isn't them worshiping her. This is them extracting from her, which is us, and us is her children. Okay, there are no off-planet gods. There's no angels to pray to. If we're praying for help. Help's not coming. If it takes place on this earth, it has to take place in a corporeal body. It means any type of help, any type of spirit guide or whatever it is, isn't some fucking thing floating around and then the invisible. It's here and it's in a corporeal body. This battlefield, there are rules to being here. You cannot participate in this war, in this fight, without occupying a human corporeal body. That's one of the things it wants to hide from you. The Yahweh characters, these demiurges, these archons, aren't boogeymen, Casper ghosts. They are flesh and blood people. And they are psychopaths. That's who they are. That's how we identify them, by their actions. And they belong to little clubs. You know the ones, like the ones they call Masons. They're the ones we're up against. And as far as the angels and these higher beings that are supposed to be here, that's us. You know, the morgue said something very important, and I'm going to go across two things that just hit me like, if there's one thing this enemy is scared fucking shitless of, it is this one person. Let me get some water, hang on. If there's one person this enemy is scared shitless of, it's one person called Adam of Light. Not Adam in his lower being person, but Adam of Light. See, and we're Adam. When we become Adam of Light and we reconnect back to source, we've got power to smash his nutsack. I mean, he's done. That's the one thing he is the most scared of. Again, he doesn't want you to know who he is, and he wants you to think that him being this, man, I got something in my eyes. He wants you to think that he's some off-planet entity. No, he's here, and he's occupying a human form body. They all are. So that's who we are. When Paul says we wrestle against flesh and blood, Paul, you drug addict fag, you know that's not true. We're wrestling against flesh and blood with a spirit inside of it, okay? So know that. If this thing that's going down, it takes place in corporeal bodies. So any help that's coming from us is coming from each other. You can pray out to outer space all the fuck you want. It ain't going to help. And I want to say something else too. And I want to throw this in here right now because I get on a little bit of a roll. This asshole, us being Adam, I was just thinking this bullshit creation story that was given to us, where Adam is in the garden and Yahweh looks down and says, Adam, where are you? Now, Adam has a response to that question. And this is how I know that that's not Adam. And this fucking thing did not go down like this. Because why? Because I'm Adam, and I know what my response would have been to him. Because after I ate of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, by the way, that's our divine feminine mother giving us. She provides the tree. She gave us the knowledge. She came in the garden and says, here's your essence. So when Yahweh looks over and says, Adam, why are you naked? I would have said, well, you know why I'm naked, you stupid fuck, because you didn't give us clothing. And by the way, what are you staring at my junk for? That's why I got to put this giant elephant ear over my big cock. Why, are you jealous because you don't have one? And get your fucking eyes off my wife over here, you sick piece of shit. That would have been my response to him. It wouldn't have been, oh, she made me eat the fruit like a pussy. I'd be like, you kick your fucking hands off her, you touch her, and I'll beat the shit out of you. That's what Adam would have said. That's what I would have said to Yahweh. Right here, motherfucker. That's the attitude we're supposed to have towards God. Oh, we worship him. Fuck him. He's the asshole that created all this shit. You know, in the creation story, it said, in his little trick that he did, he said, I will make a carbon copy of man. I'll make a corporeal body. And when the Adam of light, when the light beings see their reflection in this corporal body, they'll become enamored with it and they'll want to be it. And we took the bait. When we're grappling in jiu-jitsu, we'll bait our opponent. I'll throw my arm out there. Maybe guy's got side position on me, and I'll throw my left arm out there knowing he's going to come across there because he thinks I'm just like I'm injured or something, and bait the opponent. This is one of the things he did to us. I'll tell you another one. You hit that. Sorry. If I'm with a collegiate wrestler or a Greco wrestler, and he's got side position on me, I know if I lift my left leg and get my knee up in the air, without any doubt, he's going to use his right arm and go for a hook. They do it every fucking time. It's like they're programmed. And so when they go in for the hook, I shove his fucking head down and lock a triangle on him. And it's just, because you know he's going to go for it. They knew we were going to go for certain moves. And we've been baited. We took the bait, being dumbasses. And now we find ourselves in a submission position. And we're in trouble. So we need to understand what caused us to get in here, what we're in, what this lockdown is, and this attack on our divine feminine mother, And we need to provide solution to get out of it. How do we get out of it? One, know who your enemy is. And it's not Satan. Okay, this is Satan, this whole fucking creature straw man that they created, and they get some fucking hook nose like Anton LaVey to go out there in Hollywood and set up some church of Satan and put a black robe on his ass and draw circles with stars in it and cut chickens' throats and light some candles and do some shit. And, ooh, fake boogeyman thing over here. No. That's just more of their horse shit. We're Satan. Okay? We're his adversary. It's not a person. There is no Satan person. That's a position that you're in. You're his adversary. So I take that and I love it. Know that this Lucifer person is not the enemy. Lucifer comes from the Latin word Lucifer, which comes from the Greek word, which is Christophosphorus, which is it's life essence. That's all it is. That's our mother. She became the earth, by the way. Sophia, our mother, she's Sophia, but she became the earth. That's her corporal entity. She's not a woman walking on earth. She is the earth. And her essence and her power gives life to us. Everything comes up out of the ground. Every tree, every living being is her. It's her creation. And we're part of her. She's not the enemy. Lucifer's not a fallen angel. Lucifer's our divine feminine. It's the divine feminine energy. And so our mother is under attack. And we're her children. And we're participating in this by supporting this enemy. Like on Sunday today when you went to church and you drank his blood and you ate his flesh, you idiots. And you surrendered to him and you worshiped him. And her heart fucking breaks. Because here you are worshiping the very entity that's destroying her and destroying us. And it breaks her heart. You want to hurt a mother? We talked about this before. You attack her children. The divine feminine, our creator, which comes from Barbello, the first emanation from the male source, the monad. So for you men out there, you can't fucking get over yourselves. Okay, all right, it was a male entity where it started from, a male energy. Okay, are you fucking happy now, you insecure little pussies? Okay, you can't handle that maybe there is a divine feminine source? Is that too fucking hard for you? So she's under attack. Sophia, our mother, Sophia, is under attack. She's the earth. And her children, being us, are not only under attack, we're being attacked and we're attacking her as the enemy. So identify, first of all, who this asshole is, which we've done, which we're going to continue to do in depth. Know who we are, know who the enemy is not, and we provide the solutions. Okay, Big Z, what's the solution? One, expose his ass. Two, you denounce and renounce his ass. You connect back to source energy, back to the monad, one with the one, power back up, and then you can kick his ass. I do it every fucking day now. I fucking get off on it. I fucking kick him so hard he fucking be wearing his ass for a hat the rest of his life. Piece of shit. I don't worship male deities or gods or any of these entities anymore. There are no gods. These are bad people. And we are created to be above them. We have her essence in us. All right, I'm at 18 minutes. I got to cut this thing off. I want to focus on this for the next few videos. The solution, and the solution, number one is, first of all, what's the first thing you do before you enter? Know thyself. Know who you are and know who you're not. All right, I'm out.